What up, what up, what up, man? The real Coach JB for another daily rant. This one on this fine Tuesday. I got to talk that talk since it is Tuesday and Coach JB show and Big Smitty's not back yet. This show is brought to you by Factor 75 right here behind me. Make sure you head on over to Factor 75. I'll be doing an ad read in a second, but this daily rant will be one that's going to be one for the ages. You guys are not going to miss it. Herm Edwards has basically had Arizona State's football program put on hiatus regarding a bowl bid. They are now suspended. They cannot play in a bowl game. One banned to 2023 season NCAA violations that occurred under Herm Edwards, if you want to call it leadership. But doing it 4 fucking days before kickoff, when 16 seniors chose to stay in your program and 50 new kids chose to fucking come to your program, absolute fucking mockery. Pound the like button. I'm on the other side. What up, what up, what up, man? The real Coach JB coming at you live with a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and that is Factor. Factor. You see it right here. You can get it all right here. Look at this. Tropical fruit, ready meals. Hey, I'm doing it myself. It is no joke. Now that we're in the thick of summer, you might be looking for some wholesome, convenient meals to support sunny, active days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can have you fuel up fast with flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track, reaching your goals. Too busy with summer plans to cook, but want to make sure you're eating well? Well, with Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy. Then get back outside and soak up the warm weather. Ready to feel your best while making the most out of your summer adventures? Stick to your wellness goals and premium ready-to-eat meals featuring high-quality ingredients such as broccolini, leeks, and asparagus. Treat yourself to 34-plus weekly restaurant quality options like bruschetta shrimp, risotto, green goddess chicken, and grilled steakhouse filet mignon. Ready in just 2 minutes. So head on over to Factor. Use my promo code JB50 and get 50% off. That's code JB50 at factormeals.com/JB50 and get 50% off. I'm just telling you right now, these right here are fire. And I'm just telling you, don't just talk about it, be about it. This is something JB and Coach Smitty and Big Smitty, Coach JB and Big Smitty endorse fully. Tropical fruit is fire. So is the strawberry, banana, mango, and all the rest of them. So head on over to factormeals.com/JB50 and use the promo code JB50. Get 50% off at factormeals.com/JB50. Appreciate everybody. Peace. 4 days away from their season opener against Southern Utah. Kenny Dillingham, good friend of mine, youngest head coach in football right now in college football, and his Arizona State players they woke up basically Sunday morning and getting ready to go to work. And senior safety Chris Edmonds was about to head to the facility when a precursor to the day's bad news came. 6:30 a.m., text from Dillingham to the team's leadership council read, urgent meeting. Edmond said. By then, Dillingham had already met with ASU Athletic Director Ray Anderson and Deputy Athletics Director Gene Boyd to discover his first season as head coach would be weighed down by a self-imposed bowl ban for the indiscretions of Herm fucking Edwards and the program's previous staff during a recruiting dead period in 2020. Neither he nor the players he subsequently informed had anything to do with the ongoing NCAA investigation whatsoever. But Herm Edwards was the head coach entering the season, and ASU leadership, namely University President Michael Crow and Anderson, decided to fucking wait. Edwards then mutually parted ways with the program 3 games into the 3-9 campaign that closely aligned with most, if not all, preseason media projections. They called Herm Edwards shit out in the media and was actually right for once. And even a bowl ban in 2022 may have been avoidable. Tennessee, which faced a similar case that perhaps featured more, even worse recruiting violations, agreed to pay $8 million in lieu of a bowl ban over the next 2 years. So if Herm Edwards can be fired for cause instead of settling on a $4.4 million buyout, it could have used that money to coordinate a similar fucking agreement with the NCAA, the non-caring assholes of America. Let's be honest. And it's business now, though, right? That's what we say, right? The kids are grown men, right? It's a business deal. So how do you get 50 new players to come to Arizona State when only 4 days prior you find out you're not going to be able to play a bowl game? See, it's a shitty deal. You know, I'm back and forth with the portal deal. I tell you all the time, I think kids should stick it out and play. I mean, I'm the old man on the cloud, yelling at the clouds on the porch. People say, well, coaches leave all the time. And then I tell them, I say, well, coaches have been doing it 40 years. They deserve the right to move up and better their families and jobs and increase their incomes and have better futures. They've earned the right. They've been doing this for 40 years. They pay light bills and put kids through college and pay for cars and keep your food on your table as kids. But the 17 to 21-year-olds you think are on the same level as that same man in a profession that he's earned the right to move up in. It's not. You're telling me 17 to 21-year-olds have the same exact rights as the 45-year-old coach who's been doing it for 25 years. You think he deserves the same right. Why? See, that's the problem. Y'all are enabling these kids to a fucking all-time high without ever teaching them anything. You're not toughening the kid's skin at all. You haven't taught them that there's going to be some adversity in life that's going to hit you in the fucking mouth. You're just allowing them to do whatever the fuck they want. You've never taught them how to drive a car, yet you've given them the car keys to the $200,000 fucking Lamborghini and said, go ahead. You wonder why we got the rug situations with high-speed DUIs, Jalen Carter situations. The kids continue to do it right now on college campuses. They never drove cars like this. You're giving them this money. You're giving them these NIL deals. You're giving them these big-time whips. And you just expect the kids to be fucking great behind the wheel when they've never drove. So, flip side, let me play devil's advocate, though. Now you got kids coming to a school where you were sold a pipe dream by a certain particular coach, and then he lied to you and sold you a pipe dream. Do you think I think you should deserve to leave? Do I? I'm still not sold on leaving. You know why? Because you should have did a better job researching it with your mother or your father or whoever it may be. You should have did a better job. You should have realized that this guy was selling you a lemon as a used car salesman. Now, if you're told that X, Y, and Z will occur and we'll play for a national title, we'll play for a bowl game, we'll play for a Pac-12 title, and all that has been taken away in the subsequent months. So basically the Pac-12 is gone now since this has happened. Pac-12 is completely gone. Arizona State's not even going to be in that league no more. You have a self-imposed bowl ban 4 days before the season. These kids can't go nowhere. And to me, it's shady business practice. The kids should now have the opportunity to leave, but it's 4 days prior to a game. Why would you leave, or where would you go? Sit in the portal and then miss the whole season? So it's a very, very peculiar situation to be in as a student athlete right now, even though they're really not student athletes anymore. They're just athletes trying to make money to go and play professionally. And they're playing professionally right now at college, by the way. But it is a complete business. And the grown people in the room that I just said should have the right to leave and better their lives and their families' lives also understand that they did the crime and they should do the time. Who else in America or in the world would serve the time for another person unless it was in the streets, in the hood, and it was just I don't want to snitch on my homie situation? Other than that, who would do the time for someone else's wrongdoing? Yet, that's the situation we're in across America every single fucking year. And I cannot be more tired than seeing another fucking man screw a program or an institution on his way out the fucking door. And it absolutely fucks new kids and coaches and staffs. And I had it happen to me. I inherited a program that was on a suspension. I had to even forfeit a game my first season. Why? Why should the new coach that wasn't even there, the new staff and administration plus players have to come and adhere to it? Why should they have to do it? Why should they have to be sanctioned and slapped in the mouth for someone else's wrongdoing? That's an NCAA fucking bad bylaw. And it's an unjust one, and it's an unequal one. The NCAA can fine Tennessee. By the way, did much worse than Arizona State. Again, SEC versus Pac-12. We can talk about all that all we want. We already know there's a sliding scale when it comes to these NCAA, who they pick, who they don't. It's crazy how Reggie Bush's Heisman trophy's gone, taken from him after the fact, like he didn't do all the shit on the field that he did. But yet, Johnny Manziel's show comes out. We see what the fuck he did, and he gets to keep his trophy. One's in the SEC, one's in the Pac-12. Interesting. But we're not even going to go there. I'm going to go straight on NCAA. NCAA knows all this shit. They'll suspend Jim Harbaugh for giving a hamburger to a kid, but they'll allow Texas to spend $280,000 on Arch Manning on a recruiting visit. I got a fucking problem with this hypocritical stances that the NCAA continues to dish out to student athletes, if we want to call them that. Why is Herm Edwards not being fined? Say, hey, Herm, you can never coach college football again. You owe money back. We're coming after you. We're going to sue you. Why? But guess what? Today, Tuesday, the 29th of August, Herm Edwards is now going to be on Monday Night Football with Booger McFarland in a new announced deal on ESPN. Clap it up for Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards, guess what? You got bigger money, more opportunity, better job, get to sit in the office. It's crazy. It's crazy because I remember a couple years ago, you said this. Did you not?
Didn't know. I'm like, no. That's your job to know. Your name's on this program. The assistant coaches, they come and go. Your name is on the program.
Oh.
That becomes your legacy.
Does it? Does it become your fucking legacy, coach? It's crazy how these sound bites and these video captures from years before come back up when you do a little research and find them. Yeah, that was Herm Edwards in 2018 before he took the Arizona State job. He said that. That is your legacy. The wins and losses absolutely go on the guy sitting in this chair. I mean, I've been saying that for a long time. He skates by, gets back on ESPN, is now on Monday Night Football and college football and Monday night with Booger McFarland, and nothing will happen to him. He'll be fine. Kenny Dillingham, though, comes in yesterday, finds out that this happened and has to address his new players, and his new players now look at him like he's a fucking liar because they think he knew about the bowl ban. Kenny didn't know.
I knew today would be shitty. I mean, they receive horrible news on a Tuesday practice in the morning before we meet for special teams. So to think that 18 and 22-year-olds are going to go out and have a good Tuesday practice is absolutely delusional. But I think the guys battled. The guys did the best they could do.
Was it emotional telling them that?
Oh, yeah. You have a whole bunch of seniors who compete, and they can't compete there anymore.
Did you know this was a possibility?
I was informed this morning at 6:30 a.m.
How did you find out?
I met with Ray Anderson and Gene Boyd.
Motivation is a huge part of coaching. Without that carrot to have, where do you go from there?
Just be the very best we can be every day. I mean, what I just told the team is nobody cares about your circumstance. In reality, most people in life would rather see other people fail so they don't have to work hard and to actually work hard enough to beat them. So everybody looks at this and like, oh great, Arizona State's not going to be motivated anymore. That's a win. That's how the majority of the world thinks, is nobody wants to work hard to achieve success. They want to bring other people down lower than them, and they can do the exact same work ethic. So people are looking at us and they're satisfied. They're singing for joy. They're excited because they think there's no way Arizona State football is going to be able to keep their mindset to compete. And that's the challenge, is it's us versus us every day. Oh, it's not great, especially on a Tuesday for practice, but
Is what it is. Kenny, youngest coach in America, been in my office many, many times. Helped me get kids. I helped send kids to him. Great dude, great young kid, great young mind. He'll do good there. He's got the coach. He's got the players' locker room. I think he's got the locker room attention. He's a player's coach. We'll see how he ends up being as a first-time head coacher. Listen, I want to give you some insight because last night I was with Pat Perez hanging out. I'm there again today. I got to get out of here and head there. Unfortunate, his brother's funeral. So when Arizona State hired Ray Anderson as athletic director, who then hired Herm Edwards, who then committed recruiting infractions and was fired for not for cause, and we proceeded to pay him his whole contract, and then Ray Anderson got to keep his job, blows my fucking mind. Number one. Then Arizona State imposes a one-year bowl ban in 2023 due to the NCAA violations under Herm Edwards. Quote from Ray Anderson. That was yesterday. I gotta give you some insight that I was with a bunch of big-time Arizona State alum last night. Obviously, Pat Perez being on the last national championship golf team in '96. There were some big hitters at this deal last night that are actually money contributors to this program. That is why I chose to do this rant on Arizona State. So I have a little bit of insight on this situation. Words and actions. I wrote this down after I heard it. That's the new leadership model that Herm Edwards brought to Arizona State. This person said, words and actions. He sold Arizona State a farce and basically now he shouldn't be allowed to profit off of all those false narratives. And then these people I was talking to last night realized that he was a complete fucking scumbag. That's the quote. Okay, that's quote. I want to give you another quote from one of the biggest boosters at Arizona State. Herm Edwards is a coward. He grifted $4 million from us, and he doesn't want to be held accountable. He better never preach about leadership or being a man ever again. End quotes. Can't tell you who said it, but that's a big-time donor to the Arizona State football program. This isn't just happening at Arizona State. It's happening all over the country. We continue to fuck over new staff and players, and you wonder why it's getting worse and worse and worse as far as going into the portal and entering the portal. When these type of things occur 4 fucking days before a first football game. 4 days. Tennessee can buy out their deal. Arizona State has to tell these new players, 50 of them, and 16 returners that stayed on the team to stay there with Dillingham. Hey, man, we can't play in a bowl game. I'm sorry you stayed here for your senior year, dog. But you got, it is what it is. But let's go play for pride. Let's play for pride in an NIL era where more games get you more opportunity. Let's play for pride. It's an absolute fucking mockery. And the NCAA, non-caring assholes of America, needs to fucking change the rules. No one should fucking have to eat someone else's shit sandwich. Period. Especially shitbirds like this.
If you don't have discipline in your life, whether it was in 1960, I agree. 2016, you know what? You have no discipline, you have no way to be successful in anything. So don't tell me, because when I was in kindergarten, it doesn't apply. It freaking applies. No. I'm going to tell you why it applies, my friend. I'm going to tell you why. Because the discipline of a football team is critical for anybody to win. And when you let a player get away with what he got away with last year, when you stand on the sideline, you see this guy intentionally go at a guy, and you don't pull him off the field, shame on all of us.
And shame on you. You absolutely fucked a bunch of 17 to 22-year-olds, the staff, their institution, and you should be held accountable. As a man, you should voluntarily give money back, but you're not. You're a complete shitbird. I know for a fact you are. I know coaches that coach for you. I know many other players that played for you. You're a shitbird, contrary to belief, and everyone already knew it prior to Arizona State. You are the one single reason why presidents that hold PhDs and athletic directors that have degrees are a complete fucking waste of a hire. You are absolutely wasting the doctorate degree you hold, the PhD that you hold. If you can't figure that I got to fucking hire somebody that understands kids, A, college dynamic, B, and relationship buildings that are genuine, C, and not be a fucking thief, liar, and a steal from all these kids that I go into the home and tell their mamas X, Y, and Z. I can put on 17, 20 mamas right now that'll tell you this motherfucker sold them a pipe dream and lied about every single one of them. He's a shitbird. And now these players and these new coaches are having to eat his shit sandwich left behind. NCAA, you need to fucking change the rules. These kids are getting fucked everywhere across the country. And if you have the same rule for everybody, then you can start holding everybody accountable all the same. Coaches, players, and everybody. And you might, just may, not have the epidemic that we call the transfer portal. It is what it is. It's another daily rant. Pound the like button, subscribe, become a member. I'll see you tomorrow for another Coach JB's Daily Rant. Pound that like, subscribe. See you 4th of September, full go for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, 6 a.m. Pacific with Eric Weddle Mondays. We'll be here full go. But I'll see you the rest of this week for the Daily Rants. Tomorrow's a great one too. Peace.